thank you so much for coming to join us in celebrating Christopher Allen's birthday. We're at the nerdiest party we could think of, which is a flash fiction reading party. But also followed by karaoke. So we're going to get started now, and all of our readers here, we have some open micers who bravely signed up. Thank you so much. So we're going to start with Christopher, and then the way the smoke long when we do readings, what we tend to do is pull names out of a hat, so no one knows when they're going to read, because we think that's a lot more fun and just adds to the terror for everybody else.
When Susan died the first time. When Susan died the first time, the guys at the office filled a black leather book with 50 pages of heartfelt condolences, back and front. That's what they said, heartfelt, back and front. I couldn't open the book. It's in the bedroom closet behind a big green box of yellowed tax receipts. Who has the steel for heartfelt, back and front condolences from guys who never gave me anything but email porn jokes and MILF videos? Who wants to be reminded that she couldn't keep Susan alive? When Susan died the second time, Falling Man. In the voice of your husband looking down from the cliff, I could have saved you if we'd both had Velcro hands. In the voice of James Earl Jones, if only you'd been a different man on a different path with a different husband. In the voice of 1,000 crickets slowed and remixed to sound like a Lutheran choir lulling you, just one more falling man into a delusive sense of drifting, impacts, just a bump at the end of a light and lengthy phrase. In the voice of the countless stars, a Gemini and a Leo? Did you really think he'd save you? You should have married an Aries.
This is called All the Ways We're Hurting. My living room is filled with too many family members with too many opinions who all say, Ellie, your son is a nightmare. You have to do something before it's too late. So, I listen with a set jaw and blank eyes as each person states their case, mentioning such times as when he flushed his uncle's prescription pills down the toilet, bit his friend's ear in drama class, stole 5 DVDs and a Coca-Cola, showed pornography to his cousins, and, his most recent offence, hacked into my Facebook and updated my status to say Ellie Ray is a dirty fucking whore. And they thrust the phone's cruel glow into my face as they ask, why on earth haven't you deleted it yet?
Okay, utter. It doesn't manifest itself around other people. Nobody believes me. Powerful at dawn in that split between yourself and others at its fullest. The way the moon goes ahead and gets thinner. A smooth shimmy in and the slippery banks inside you are steady enough for work in a practice. Usually a simple breakfast like hearing the tumbling of blackbirds in places they shouldn't be. Mornings, time bombs, always warm ones. In the first push outside, I dodge all and cuss in my head.
Las Catacumbas. The lowest layer of Void City, the home of 45% of the city's unofficial population. The surface may kill your dreams, but the catacombs will piss on their grave. Beyond the skeletons of the past generations, what difference will a few more bodies flung to the bottom of the pit even do? Dario is tweaking. Something inside my eye shakes. I don't know what it is. A belt, buckled to the tightest, extra knife-poked hole, suffocates my brain. I'm trying to focus my consciousness onto the cold of the belt buckle, a burst of ice to cool down the rest of my burning head. Pages and pages of punishment lines are being written inside my veins. Wrong image. There's a radio static pulsing through my hands, the occasional clear voice making my fingers twitch. I tried to scream into the darkness, but my mouth has been sealed shut.
I'm 2 years old, and my father has realised children can't eat music. Our hungry murmurs gum up his whiskers and weigh down his head, so he shaves and puts his guitar away, and we start making antiques. I'm 4. Chubby legs swinging from the back of the van on my first trip to Banana Mike's yard, listening to him complain about this thing called IKEA. Started by Nazis, he says, while my father while selling my father newish hardwood furniture for less than he wants to.
A twig snapped. She felt a prickly feeling in her neck, like a needle through the skin. She was being watched. Holding her breath, she turned around. Two luminous eyes stared at her. They peered out from behind the sprawling arms of the spruce. Two discs of molten amber, the pupils fat ink drops. The wolf hybrid was 20-30 meters away. Nella could make out the dark shape of its body behind the branches, poised in a crouch, its ears flat against its head. How long had it been watching her?
The callers. The day the Jehovah's Witnesses knocked at the door was the same day that Alice fell in the river. Daddy made us all say extra prayers after dinner to give thanks. I opened my eyes during prayers and Alice pinched me. And although I was glad she was saved, part of me really wanted her top bunk, which I know is covetousness and is a sin.
This one is called Morning Clothes, and again it's from October 2019. At the time of my father's death in Southern California last October, where he had moved along with my mother for what ended up being a 2-year course of treatment for colon cancer, I only owned about a week's worth of black dresses. In Malawi, however, where my family are from, the recently bereaved are expected to wear black, or at least dark clothing, from the day of their family member's death until a month has passed. If the deceased was an immediate relative, a parent, a husband, a child, this expectation can extend for as far as a year, depending on the part of the country one is from.
It's called the Citizen Cafe. Ollie waited 5 more minutes in the noodle place across the street after he'd seen him walking to the Citizen Cafe. He took a sip from the glass of water on the table to wash away the taste of garlic and walk out the door. Stepping inside to the Citizen Cafe, Ollie applauded his choice of rendezvous. Plush seats, dark wood panels, and large mirrors on the walls. Like an art cinema bar in a European city, but with a sleek modernness unmistakably Shanghai.
This is stuffed cabbage rolls, Steel City, 1920. In those days, we rolled cigarettes instead of guamki. We rolled as we fed our babies, rolled between the stirs of meatless stew. Then we'd fill our baskets and descend from Polish Hill down into a world humming with cars and English. We perched on street corners and sold our cigarettes to passers-by who never said hello, who looked not at our faces, but at our fingers, stained tobacco brown. And when we got home with clutches of pennies, we'd roll those too. We'd roll that copper around in our hands and imagine filling our own cabbage rolls, not with rice, but with beef.
It's called Blizzard. No photographs, no backpacks, no unaccompanied children. Do not touch the eggs. The painted egg shop is jangly with notices, blown hollow with rules. But they have bird-napped our unaccompanied chicks. They have looted our nests. We huddle in the doorsteps, slush, pigeon-toed, wonder if we dare hop in. Wait for our insides to be splattered with a broom, sinews snapped, beaks stretched raw, our small disposable corpses left to worm in the gutter.
Called If Flash Were a Gun. Actually, that doesn't sound great, does it? But if Flash were a gun, it would be the Swiss minigun, the smallest gun ever. It shoots bullets at 275 miles per hour. If Flash were a painting, it would be Picasso's Three Musicians. At first, you'd think it's all there, and it's neat, collage square. But the more you stare at it, the more you see it begin to vibrate with song and a dog's wagging tail. If Flash were a song, it would be Crowded Houses, 4 seasons in one day. If Flash were someone I knew, it would be my friend Velvet. She describes herself as remarkably, fantastically short. Join a smoke-long summer and enjoy our 2-month virtual book fair with a publisher panel discussion, several pre-recorded publisher and author interviews, and more than 15 publishers offering big discounts. Wherever you are this hot summer, write with us in small groups, sharing feedback on 3 writing tasks per week. Participate in open mics and cultivate friendships in our global community. Enjoy all 3 webinars focusing on Flash, CNF, live reading skills, and high-intensity training for Flash writers. Enter 1 story in each of our 2 A Smoke Long Summer competitions with prizes of $500 each. That's a lot of acorns. And if you're lucky, you can win 1 of 50 prizes in our big A Smoke Long Summer raffle with a total value of more than $2,000. And choose one of the following 3 ways to participate: the virtual book fair for $49, or a Smoke Long Summer Light for just $79, or a Smoke Long Summer The Works for only $169. But remember, if you join Smoke Long Fitness before May 31st for just $34 a month, booked annually, then a Smoke Long Summer is included. Book now in the Smoke Long shop